So here is a demo on how you can use the new automatic contracts and invoice feature in WEDOLA. So first off, I'm going to head over to proposals and I need to prepare my proposal template. So here's one that I've already made and you can customize that by default how you like. But to send it to a couple, I'm going to click on this icon here and then I am going to I'm going to send this proposal to Maggie because she hasn't booked yet and I don't have any of her information. So that has made a proposal just for Maggie, as you can see from that template. I can see all of the items that I've carried over from the template on the proposal over here. I can also adjust the pricing of those if I'm giving her a special deal. I can add pictures, change the text to say exactly what I want in the proposal window. So if I go up to the top, you'll see this new button here, Automatic Contract and Invoices. In order to use this feature, you're going to need two things. So you're going to need a contract template setup, which you're going to use to automatically create the client's contract. And you also need to have at least one item in the list of proposal items as a deposit. So you can toggle that on by picking which one the deposit is and then toggling that on with the switch. I'm just going to resort these because I would like to put the deposit second and then the most expensive, the full package at the top. I just prefer mine laid out like that. So toggle that deposit on for the deposit. So now the proposal system knows that that is a deposit and I can turn on the automatic contracts and invoices. So what this is going to do is this is actually going to create all of the contracts and invoices for the couple, splitting those invoices out with their own due dates and also send them a link to the client portal. So now I'm going to make sure that this is the right contract template. If you've got multiple contract templates, you can pick the one that is relevant to the terms and conditions for this particular client. And then you'll also see here invoice due dates. So what this does, basically, you're going to be creating two invoices, one deposit invoice and also one invoice for the final balance. So you can basically go ahead and change those over in settings, and you can set the default deadlines basically for the deposit invoices. So whether that's due in 1 day or 7 days or 14 days, you can also choose the default final balance payment term. So is that due 30 days before the wedding or 60 days? You can also turn on Stripe for each of those items as well, if you have that connected within your account. Okay, so now let's go ahead and send that to Maggie. I can customize the email here or pick one of my templates. And this is what my couple will see. They can see the fully customized proposal where they can tick whether they want that second shooter or any other optional extras that you want to add onto your proposal. So they can tick and it totals the amount at the bottom there. And once they've clicked accept, if you've got the automatic contract and invoice feature turned on, they'll then be prompted to fill out their partner's first and last names, and just for confirmation, their wedding date that they provided on their inquiry will be shown here again, and they can change that if they need to. Once they click confirm, now that their details are updated, they can now go ahead and click on Generate Contract. This is going to pull through all of the fields from your contract template, which they can then confirm. So on this contract template, I've got a confirmation of wedding date, wedding location, photographer, ceremony time, and wedding planner. You can get really creative with these fields when you're creating your contract, just so that you know that both you and your couple are protected in the case of change of circumstances. So now that's creating the invoices based on the items that we split out earlier. So your couple can go ahead and click to view the contract. So this is all really nicely presented and pre-filled out based on the information that your couple provided with the products. And then they just need to accept the terms and sign, which is really, really easy to do for your couples. Jumping back to the proposal tab, you can also see the invoice here that they can go ahead and pay by Stripe or bank transfer, whichever you have connected. And they can also jump straight to their client portal with the password shown right there. And if your couple ever needs access to any of this at any point, they get this automated email with their client portal link their client portal password, where they can go in, view all of their details, update their photo of themselves, pay their invoices, view their contracts, and even send you an email directly. So the client portal is one of my favorite parts of WEDOLA. WEDOLA is a CRM designed by wedding professionals for wedding professionals, and it's super easy to use. Try for 14 days absolutely free with no credit card required over at wedola.co.